Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you DC December 2025 solicitations. So, yeah, getting them physically is kind of hit or miss on certain things, so I'm trying to find a kind of better place, and I will just scroll through as much as possible, and if I miss anything, bring it up. Let's see. DCKO Superman vs. Redacted Issue 1. Written by Joshua Williamson, art by Sean Isaacs. So we're seeing what's going on there. A fight so explosive, you won't want to miss it. Round 1 of 8. Normally $4.99, variants of $5.99. Some crazy ones there. Aquaman. Oh, they didn't have a thing. These were mainly the Aquaman covers. Aquaman issue 12, Jeremy Adams and John Timms. Ooh, cool. This is round 2 of 8. Friends become foes in a battle with cataclysmic consequences. And then we also get DCKO Wonder Woman vs. Redacted issue 1. Witness the ultimate smackdown as two heavy hitters fight for the crown. That's round 3 of 8. Titans issue 30. Man, they're going hambo jambo on this. That is going to be a stacked ass month. John Layman and Pete Woods. $3.99, 32 pages, variant $4.99. Grab yourself a ringside seat and get ready for the latest round of KO Carnage. We also get Harley Quinn vs. Redacted issue 1, written by Leah Williams and art by Mirka Andolfo. Round 5 of 8. It's all-out chaos as Harley Quinn faces off against a surprise opponent. Okay, we got the Flash going on here. The Flash issue 28. This is round 6 of 8. It's a match you never saw coming. Okay. Ooh, written by Mark Waid and Christopher Cantwell. Interesting, too, on those with that. What is... Lex writing some bombs and shit. Superman 33. Joshua Williamson... Hayden Sherman. Round 7 of 8, a fight you never expected, but are dying to see. Wow, they're really not giving you much here. Red Hood vs. Redacted, issue 1, Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson. They are banging ass 8. Okay. Round 8 of 8. Welcome to the most ruthless fight in all of DCKO. This one is personal. And then we get Night Fight, issue 2. Alright, here we go. Now we've got a little bit more going on here. Sorry, that's all that they're kind of... I know you kind of have to balance not saying, completely and utterly spoiling what's going on, but I'm like, I don't know how to tell you what's kind of going on. You're either into the whole kind of concept and kind of want to go for it and go for all the round kind of issues that are connected together. I don't like how that kind of happens. When you're doing an event like this, you don't want to have all the important kind of ones actually be other kind of comics where you then have to go out of your way to do it, in my opinion. If anything, you kind of want to balance it to the point where you can get most of the stuff out of the main kind of one, and then if you get value added out of tie-in comic issues, that way you can go out if you want to and be like, okay, I got my money's worth, instead of I have to spend more money to make sure that I understand what's kind of going on. Alright, Night Fight here. The stage is set and Bruce Wayne's battle through a gauntlet of future Batman is on. Each former Robin has shaped Gotham City into their own vision of justice, and if Bruce can make his way past Dick Grayson, he'll face the darkest one yet. Will he survive the most violent aspect of his own legacy, or will Batman's greatest failure destroy him and the city he's sworn to protect? It's a literal battle for the cow and for the fate of the DC Universe as the all-star creative team of Joshua Williamson and Dan Moore turns up the heat. That sounds gnarly there. What do we got here? Justice League Unlimited, issue 14. Mark Waid, Dan Mora. Let's see. As the time-displaced heroes fight for their lives against the towering might of the demonic Neron, Mr. Terrific descends into the cold vacuum of space. But this time, it's by his own design. Can Michael Holt team with the rogue agent behind Justice League Red to purge all emotion and coldly calculate the fate of humanity? Grab the tissues, everybody. This issue's about to break some hearts. That sounds nutty there. Alright, Absolute Batman, issue 15. $4.99, variant $5.99. Alfred reveals to Bruce the story of the man he's been chasing for years. Enter Joker. Scott Snyder and Jock reunite for an epic tale in the Absolute Universe. Interesting that we're going in on that with the Joker. I've heard some crazy ass shit on that. I will look into those eventually with like the trade backs or whatnot. Absolute Batman Arc M Special Issue 1. Let's see? $4.99 and then $5.99. The origins of the enigmatic Arc M are explored. What terrible secrets lie within its walls, and who is assigned to protect it from discovery? Absolute Wonder Woman, issue 15, and we got some covers of her teaming up with Ultimate Batman. The first meeting of two absolute heroes has arrived at last. The mark of Hecate, yes, at a crime scene in Gotham draws Wonder Woman into Batman's orbit in dramatic fashion. The world's greatest detective and the world's most famous witch must work together to solve a series of grisly and ambitious murders that threaten something much more dangerous coming for Gotham. And don't miss January's Absolute Batman issue 16 for the second chapter of this world-shaking meeting. Cool! That's a pretty good one there. That's a good balance. It tells us what's going on, who's teaming up and what, and gives us a tease for what's going on in the next one. It's cool that it's taken this long to really get a kind of team-up thing going, and it's interesting that it's Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman that are doing it first. We got Absolute Superman issue 14. Let's see here. It's been all leading to this. The final battle against Ra's al Ghul for the fate of Smallville and the soul of Superman. God damn, go for it. Very interesting that Ra's al Ghul's fighting Superman. That's a different kind of take there, and I'm like, okay. Alright, Absolute Flash. Issue 10. The deeper into Fort Fox Wally West goes, the more mysteries appear for him to chase. And whose voice is that calling to him? Cool. Okay, Absolute Green Lantern issue 9. Somewhere in Coast City, Joe Mullion is babysitting a comatose Hal Jordan at her ex-wife's place. Awkward doesn't cover it. Meanwhile, Agent Simon Baz and Carly Limbo are getting closer to the mysteries of Evergreen, and so is Hector Hammond and his top assassin, the man called Nemesis. That sounds fucking gnarly, and a lot of different kind of change-ups from, like, your original kind of Green Lantern stuff. Our Absolute Martian Manhunter issue 7. Oh, Denny's Camp. Doing it. That's kind of cool. I've liked his, liked the stuff that he was doing in the Ultimates. After the mind-altering events of the White Martians' first foray on Earth, the agency, a shadowy group with unlimited governmental authority, comes to investigate the strange occurrences in Middleton. John must juggle his job, hiding the Martian, his expanding abilities, and his crumbling relationships, all while living out of a motel. Meanwhile, Bridget wrestles with the revelations of John shared with her before his departure while single-handedly taking care of Tyler. That sounds fucking gnarly. Alright, Batman issue 4. Cool. Let's see. As Bruce Wayne investigates the Crown of Storms, Batman pursues anarchy and discovers a criminal conspiracy hiding in plain sight that will change the game for crime and criminals in Gotham City and the world. Interesting there. Let's see here. We got Nightwing issue 33. Wait, 133. Ugh, sorry about that. I did see the 33. 133. As strange disappearances grip the city, the mysterious Cirque du Sin seems to be gaining power. Now to save the city's children, Nightwing must follow the circus music where no one else dares. That sounds gnarly there for Nightwing. Shit. Batgirl issue 14. The mission is simple. Destroy the Unburied's powerful advantage in this war and get out alive. Nothing can go wrong, right? That's a pretty interesting setup there. Birds of Prey issue 28. Batman and Robin issue 28 too. Interesting for a couple 28s. Catwoman issue 82. Let's see here. With the ball drawing to a close, it's now or never for Catwoman. Will she secure her prey at long last, or will it be snatched from her hands by one of the many enemies in her midst? And what exactly does Carmine Falcone have hidden up his sleeve for the grand finale of the ball? Whatever it is, it doesn't seem very good. If it's kind of weird, it's because of how kind of like the kind of paragraph breaks kind of hit at for me. Let's see, Harley Quinn issue 200. Very good there. 200 issues, baby. We did it. I'm a certified bicentennial woman. I'm making my triumphant return to Gotham in style, in an oversized clown extravaganza, and I'm bringing friends. No, I'm not talking about the Gun Buddies or Convoy, though they are here too. My very first artists, Terry and Rachel Dodson, are making their triumphant return to tell a story about what makes me me. Plus the epic final battle between wrong wrong as I face down the conspirator? Yeah, in a fight for the future of Throat Cutter Hill. That sounds gnarly. $5.99, 32 pages, so a little bit more expensive. Variance of $6.99, but it is a 200 issue. Let's see. Poison Ivy issue 39. Harley and Ivy, Life and Crimes issue 2. Let's see, here we got Action Comics 1093. Sometimes the battles worth fighting are at home in Smallville and not in the big city of Metropolis. After a poor harvest, the future of Kent Farm is on the line. So what do you do when superpowers can't solve your problems? Superboy is about to find out. Sounds interesting there. Detective Comics 1104. Holy shit. There you go, man. Batman continues to reel after his defeat at the hands of the Lion, and the mysterious and deadly anti-fear virus that is coursing through Batman's veins cannot be cured. Some of the Dark Knight's most brilliant allies have tried and failed to find a remedy. He has run out of friends to turn to, but he hasn't run out of enemies. Will one of Batman's deadliest foes be able to save him in time? Damn, that sounds kind of crazy there. Batman's hitting out pretty good so far lately. Supergirl issue 8. Years ago, to protect her secret identity, a young Supergirl created a robot to pose as Linda Danvers while she ventured around the world saving the day. Now, after years of abandonment, this mechanical maiden of might has returned. In the name of vengeance, can Kara make peace with the past before it destroys her present? That actually sounds pretty cool and kind of echoes what's been going on with Thor and Donald Blake, so I kind of like seeing that kind of thing. That sounds pretty interesting there. Let's see. Superman Unlimited issue 8. Thanks to Toyman's kryptonite generators, Earth is finally ready to mass-produce commercial faster-than-light rockets for the planet's richest 1%. Yep. And who wouldn't want Earth's multi-billionaires traveling among the stars? Everyone. Every single being in the entire cosmos. Yep. It's up to Superman and special guest star Guy Gardner to save the launch of Simon Stagg's new space yacht from one of the deadliest cosmic beings in the galaxy. That sounds nutty. Let's see here. Some good ones there. Wonder Woman issue 28. The best laid plans of Mouse Man have gone awry. With Wonder Woman inspiring an island of people to revolt against their captor, his reign has reached its end. But never underestimate a desperate man, especially one who was once a punchline. Can Wonder Woman and her child survive his wrath? Go on, Wonder Woman. That sounds gnarly there. Justice League Red issue 5. Oh, Saladin Ahmed. Cool. Red Tornado correctly predicted the danger posed by Black Adam. Even with Deadman joining the fray, the JLR had to fight like a team to stand a chance, and while they're busy, Red Tornado is putting himself to the fullest possible use, which is all any conscious entity can ever hope to do. That sounds nuts there. Alright, JSA 14. As the Atom investigates the fifth columnist, a new hero makes an appearance. Meanwhile, Alan Scott gets some help on a case from Detective Jim Corrigan. Oh, cool. Adventures of Superman Book of L issue 4. Batman Superman World's Finest issue 46. Green Lantern issue 30. Hal looks for help from Batman, the world's greatest detective and Green Lantern's greatest frenemy, as the information from the Book of Oa begins to reveal itself in his mind. That's nutty there. Green Lantern Corps issue 11. Cute. Settling into being a Green Lantern again, John ventures to Mogo to retrieve another escaped Sancel prisoner, putting him face to face with Ellie, whom he's been avoiding. Meanwhile, Kelly, Aya, Vexaru, and Narf's training on energy twin projection is interrupted by a Red Lantern Yellow Lantern dispute in the middle of Malachite? That sounds nuts. Green Arrow 31. Oh, Chris Condon. After an explosive domestic squabble between a working father and a teenage daughter boils into the streets, the Emerald Archer must reckon with his past choices and experiences in order to provide a path forward for the two, and himself. Interesting there. That sounds like it's going to be a gnarly one. Cheetah and Cheshire robbed the Justice League issue 5. Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong 2, issue 6. Holy fucking shit. Gotham Academy first year issue 3. Superman the Kryptonite Spectrum issue 5. Batman Static Beyond issue 2. Ew. All eyes are on Dakota City as Static unveils the Q-Wave clean energy grid that's set to take the world by storm. Little does he know, the mysterious shutdown has his sights on Dakota as well. You won't want to miss this debut of the Beyond Universe's newest villain and his surprising connection to Batman. Cool there. Immortal Legend Batman issue 5. That's what I was going on for. The Immortal Legend Batman's hunt returns him to Gotham, the sprawling planet-wide city he used to call home. While looking for the next shadow monster, he'll have to reconcile with the civilian life he left behind. But to his surprise, it's almost like Bruce Wayne has never left. Enlisting the help of Barbara Gordon, Batman will have to uncover if this is the work of the shadows or if someone is just playing a sick joke. Batman Gaslight. Okay, Facsimile Edition. Court. Teen Titans Go 10. Okay, looks like we are now into volumes there. Okay. The main uses for these solicitations are the interesting stuff going on with Absolute Universe, Batman and Wonder Woman teaming up, Superman going after Ra's al Ghul, and then kind of looking into the other ones. The DCKO, these, I understand it's taking up the kind of whole month, but it's kind of almost weird that it's taking over other kind of ones, and they have the Bears kind of minimum kind of stuff in there when they've also got solicitations that give you a nice tease for things without completely spoiling everything. Like the I'm fusing universes! Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman team up. It gave enough, whereas the other ones are just like, you won't believe this! It's like, alright. So you have to go through like a lot of certain kind of things. It's really kind of weird that I'm like, okay, this DC KO sounds kind of interesting, and then they're just like going through all these different kind of lines, so if you kind of want all this stuff, you kind of have to pick up all these different kind of things, like, okay, we'll see how that goes. Kind of almost like what was going on with the X-Men in Marvel. I'm like, listen, I wanted to just look into the X-Men comics, and then it just felt like you'd have to go with all of the X-Men comics. And that's the weird thing. It goes into my main thing with what goes on with these kind of stories. I don't mind that there's a lot of different things kind of going on, but they should be compartmentalized enough that I don't feel like I have to get all of those things to understand what's going on. That was my issue that popped up with X-Men. It should be like I get value add after going for that and want to collect it rather than trying to force me to have to collect it. To go like, okay, exceptional, uncanny, and then all the stuff going on with Age of Revelation is like, oh shit, fuck. Alright, that's the vibe I'm getting from this. I'm like, it's really kind of funny. You get one that's kind of like, you know what, I don't really agree with that kind of thing, and then I'm looking at the other people like, hey, what are you doing over here? It's like, oh, you didn't learn from that. Alright. Cool. At least it looks like it's good that you still got what's going on with the Batman and the Detective Comics and Action Comics and Superman, where they're still doing what's kind of going on, exploring a young Superman in Action Comics, seeing what's kind of going on in Superman himself. Batman was pretty interesting. That I'm like, okay, let's see what kind of goes on here with anarchy and everything. There's a lot of interesting stuff that's going on here. I mean, you got Harley Quinn issue 200, so look into there and tell me what you're kind of looking into, if you're excited for anything in particular. Even though I mainly stick to Marvel, I still like DC as well. I like Batman, Superman, and everything like that. So it's really kind of weird. I mean, I know they did their launching of Superman's movie. I just thought they would kind of maybe do another kind of like jump on kind of one. I know they were doing a summer of Superman and kind of did certain kind of things, but it's really weird that we've got a jump on point more of like Batman issue 1 at this point rather than we'd have like a Superman issue 1 that they would have kind of linked up with the movie. They usually kind of do that, which is really kind of weird that they didn't. But it sounds like there's a lot of different crazy ass stuff. The Absolute line sounds like it's pretty much set and doing a good kind of thing. So if you're happy with that, yeah. If you're happy with the main kind of DC, it doesn't seem like it's getting completely and utterly taken over. Except for certain issues like Aquaman and Titans being taken over with like DCKO. So just keep your eyes out on that. So those are my opinions on the solicitations. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked them, you didn't like them. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.